Last week, we told you about air yards and how we use that metric to help us predict that Tyler Lockett might have a pretty good fantasy day. And guess what? He did.
Wide open, and it's going to be Lockett for the touchdown.
This week, I'm here to tell you about a next-gen stat called yards gained after close. Think of it kind of like yards after contact, but far more accurate. Yards gained after close measures how many yards the ball carrier gets after a defender closes to within 1 yard, or basically tackling distance. Whether it's a juke move, a stiff arm, or simply breaking arm tackles, how many yards does a runner generate when a defender closes in? So how is it different than yards per carry? Well, listen, yards per carry doesn't take into account O-line blocking. The big guys up front giving you that great push. It's easier to inflate YPC. How much is the O-line? How much is the running back? Well, Next Gen Stats helps answer that question. So this week, we use Next Gen Stats and a little game tape to tell you that 5'8", 190-pound Phillip Lindsay might be small in stature, but big in explosiveness.
Lindsay down the sideline, gets inside the 10 and scores!
Second quarter, last week versus the Seahawks, defensive tackle Jaron Reed, he's in the backfield practically at the snap. But instead of panicking, Lindsay actually cuts inside right at Jaron Reed to avoid linebacker Bobby Wagner, who has filled the hole. This allows the inside block to develop. Meanwhile, linebacker Austin Calitro, man, he's got him dead to rights. But Lindsay, showing great elusiveness, shows the juke and breaks through the arm tackle. What could have easily been a 2-yard loss is a 9-yard gain, but let's back up that tape. It's a 9-yard carry, but because Jaron Reed has a chance at him in the backfield, it's actually 12 yards gained after close. Lindsay routinely did this throughout the game on a surprisingly effective 15 carries en route to 102 total yards with a touchdown to boot. His 4.5 yards gained after close was good for 4th best among all running backs with at least 10 carries. This week, the Mile High native takes on an Oakland Raiders defense that was just shredded last week on the ground, but it's the projected volume and the yards gained after close that got me advocating Phillip Lindsay for flex consideration in 12-team or deeper leagues.